Everybody, and welcome back to my channel. All right, so for today's video reading, pick a card reading, we are asking the question, what was life like for you in a past life? So your very immediate past life or one of your past lives, what was life like for you? All right, so you have 4 piles to choose from today. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. As always, take the time out to pause this video to see which of the piles you feel that you resonate with the most. Unpause and come back. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's pulling from all energy. And, keep an open mind because this type of reading, of course, we may not be able to pinpoint, but let's have fun anyway. Also, thank you to all of you who are subbed to my channel so far. Thank you. And if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hit the subscribe button and that bell notification. I drop really fun videos and just cool stuff weekly. Also, follow me on Instagram at wanderingsparrow tarot. All right, jumping into our reading. Let's kind of move this one out to the side. With pile number 1. All right, pile 1. What was your life like in a past life? Ooh, we have the 9 of Wands. Someone was on guard. I'm getting the feeling of anxiousness. That's what I get with this one. Someone's very guarded. Someone was very anxious, and maybe that's a characteristic of you in the now. Maybe you're a very guarded person. Maybe you're very anxious at times. Maybe you have some anxiety. We have the death in the reverse. So in regards to the death in reverse, I'm getting something about a renewing energy. Almost like you were able to see the good up ahead. Or someone who was always reinventing themselves. Oh my God. I just heard thief. Someone was maybe you were a thief in the last life, in one of your past lives. Yeah, someone was always on guard, always anxious, always watching out, always reinventing themselves with this death in reverse. The Chariot, or maybe you were a Cancer, or your wife was a Cancer. That's what I heard. Your mate, your spouse could have been a Cancer. And even if you are a woman now in this life, maybe you were a man in the last life, or maybe you had a wife in the last life and you were a woman as well, and they could have been a Cancer energy, but someone who did not, what's coming out for this universe? Not that you didn't make it far. I'm getting something about a place like you did not run away, almost like you were always, maybe you worked in a kingdom or you were a guard and maybe there was some trickery there, or you held many hats, but you were always on guard. You did not run away. We have the Emperor that came out in the reverse. So Aries energy with this Emperor in reverse, someone who may have had an issue with discipline, maybe had an issue with authority. I just heard overthrew, overthrew the rule. Because I'm picking up more so, I want to say years and years and years, centuries ago. I feel like you had something to do with the trickery of wherever it is that you were a guard for, and you helped overthrew that kingdom. That's what I'm hearing, as bizarre as this may sound. And you were the one in reinventing yourself, where you disguised yourself as a friend or as someone else. We have the Tower. Yep, what I tell you. And look, they're like forcing the tower down. They're pushing the tower down. So you're someone who was responsible for overthrowing someone's ruling, or maybe overthrowing the emperor. Or you were an empress, or you became an empress, but you were someone who rose to the position that you had in the kingdom or in the place that you were, through thievery. That's what I'm picking up. We have the King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles in reverse, what I'm getting is how you came into power. It did not last. It wasn't stable. It was something that had an inevitable end. It was short-lived. And I'm hearing maybe that's how you ended up dying in that life. How you get it is how you lose it. That's what I just heard. And let's see, we have, wow. We have the Empress. So yeah, what I'm picking up is you did not have a family. I'm picking up that this was something that was short-lived. You didn't have a family. It's like you overthrew a power, or there was a sense of you were at one level and you got up the ranks through trickery, and it didn't last long. And so you weren't able to create a legacy. I'm hearing it, and that's maybe when, that's when you started a new life, or a new life was started for you if your life was ended for you, or you were banished. And that's what this Chariot is in reverse. You weren't able to go forth with your plans. I am picking up that too. After that, it's like you made a promise to do better in your next lives. I'm hearing that you're someone that, you're very successful now. You have a very comfortable and successful life now. You're a very honest person now. And this could be very much why, due to, how you interacted in a past life. All right. Thank you, pile number 1. Let me know how you felt about that in the comment section below. And let's move on to our next pile. Pile number 2. What was life like for you in a past life? All right, so we have the World that came out in reverse. I just heard something about local, family person, farm town. You could still live in a very small town, but you're very small town focused in one of your past lives. We have the 9 of Chalices, or the 9 of Cups. I'm hearing something about being very content. You had everything that you wanted, even in a small life. And I'm not picking up anything about you wanting to be very popular. You were very private, very to yourself, but you had family. You had a wife or a husband. Yeah, you had family, even a small family. I'm picking up for some of you that involved children, for some of you it didn't, but you're a very small town. I'm picking up something about farmer, but you were very happy. You have the Knight of Swords, so maybe you were in air energy, or maybe you're in air energy now. But with this Knight of Swords, what I'm saying more so is you only venturing outside of your little world for business purposes with this Knight of Swords. You only left home to do business. You came back because you were very content, very happy in your own surroundings, very comfortable. We have the 5 of Pentacles. So see, I told you were isolated. You're very isolated, but this was a self-isolation. I'm picking up empathic. And I'm feeling more so you were empathic before you even know what empathic was. There's a lot of empathic energy there. And maybe that's why you isolated yourself, or what I'm picking up where you only let a spouse in, because you were even kind of isolated from family. Not cut off from family, but just you kept your distance because you picked up on energy easily. And you may be someone watching this who picks up on energy very easily even now. Like that's a trait you probably said, I don't want to let go of that. I just want to keep this one, I want to have better hold on this now that I know what this is in this now energy. Guess what? I told you you're very hardworking. I told you I'm picking up something about a farm. You're very hardworking, cultivated the land. You're very happy. That's what I'm getting. You're very happy, even though it may have just been the 2 of you or your very small family. Well, if it was just 2 of you, it's still a small family. But you know what I'm saying? Small amount of kids and spouse. You were very happy and hardworking. Your spouse was hardworking too, but there was a lot of love for each other. You and that spouse died in old age, till death do you part. That's what I'm picking up with that. 4 of Pentacles, yeah. You lived in a very small world, but you ventured out. You may have been Amish even, but you ventured out to do business. It's like you worked in the world, but you weren't of it. You didn't allow the energies of the world to come in and take over you, because you're very sensitive to energy. And they may even be true to you now, or even with this hard work, they may even be true to you now. You may even be an earth sign. I'm picking up someone who may be earth, someone who loves the quiet, loves the peace. That's what I'm getting with that. All right, pile number 2. Let me know how you felt about this in the comment section below. And yes, let's move on to our third pile, pile number 3. Ooh, I usually don't flip the cards over this way, but wow, let me tell you what you have. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. So I just heard you were a family man. You could be a woman or a man, but you were a protector, a provider. This is very much masculine energy. And yeah, I just heard you had a lot of kids. Yeah, you had a lot of kids. I'm picking up there was some concubines, some mistresses. You were someone of great stature and not just great stature, great wealth. You were very comfortable in picking up older, you know. So I'm guessing that you live long, because I heard the number 70. Well, depending on the time frame, because, you know, there's timelines where, you know, or at least according to different religious doctrine, people were living to 900. But, you know what I'm saying, modern time, past life, I'm seeing someone 70. I heard 72, 70, 72. And I'm seeing like, but I'm not seeing like mistresses in a deceitful way, more so like maidens, you know, that type of thing. I'm not even seeing you, because I'm seeing you very in love with your partner. So I'm not even seeing like, I'm seeing someone, you know, who was like charming, but you're very stable, very in love with your partner. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'm seeing someone who may have been very indulgent, but indulgent in their youth. Someone who made their riches, because I'm picking up someone very wealthy, but someone who made their riches latter in life, maybe towards their 50s, but someone who partied a lot, did not invest in self or invest in long-term in their youth. And this could be something that, you know, you maybe find yourself doing now. You know, if it's something where it's like, oh, I like it, I gotta have it, you know, maybe you don't save money from your paycheck, or when you get payment, you like to party a lot. However, this could be a nod to, you know, what you promised yourself, that you will always be okay in whatever life, you will always be wealthy, even if it's later in life. We have the Star card that came out in reverse. So maybe for some of you, I just picked up, you were in love with someone, maybe an air sign, maybe this Aquarius in a past life, and it did not work out, and you found love again with someone else later, or ooh, oh my gosh, or your love died. Some of you had a love loss that happened very early in your life. Maybe I'm seeing teenagers, I'm seeing, you know, young, you know, and this is what maybe led to this right here, this lack of self-investment. You know, you didn't fall in love again until you got to 10. Some of you came into a family with a woman or with a man who had a lot of children, but you were very wealthy and could provide love and care in a home. And then we have the 3 of chalices, or 3 of cups in reverse. So yeah, someone who definitely partied a lot. You were very charming, life of the party. This may be you now, you know, life of the party, very happy, very charming, very family oriented. You have a big family now. Maybe that was a promise that you made to yourself in your past life. I'll always have a big family. There will always be love, because yeah, and you are very loved. That's what I just heard. You're very loved by the people who encounter you. They look forward to being around you. You just have that beautiful energy. And even those of you looking at this pile, maybe you're older than your peers. If you're older, maybe not older in, you know, you could be younger or older, depending on, you know, age, but maybe in regards to you're more wise, you know, in your group of people, where people really look to you, but you have, you know, this security and this legacy that will always follow you through whatever life path you choose and you manifest into in the next. All right. Thank you, everybody, who tuned in for pile number 3. And moving on to our very last pile, pile number 4, last but not least. What was life like for you in one of your past lives? We have the 2 of Pentacles. Something about giving up, or someone didn't work as hard, didn't want to work as hard. Getting something about a beggar, even. Let's see, where is this going? Oh, wow. Then we have the 2 of Wands. Yeah, someone, yeah, I'm getting more so, and don't hate me for this. This is what's coming out in the energy, you all. And remember, this is general, but something about a beggar. Someone was a beggar. Someone did not really want to work. Someone was tired. I'm also picking up, you know, maybe some mental wellness issues where, you know, someone was a bit not fully in mind. I'm also picking up the energy of a childlike heart. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who wasn't really established, someone who did not have a solid home. But I'm also picking up this was also by choice. So it wasn't like, you know, things were taken from you and you were forced into this lifestyle. But yeah, someone, it's like you really enjoyed living outside or being outside. You lived off the land, you know, somewhere in a warm climate. I'm seeing very warm climate, you know, maybe even somewhere where there's sand. You know, it could have been in Egypt itself. But I'm seeing somewhere with a very warm climate. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And yeah, someone who was, so you were essentially taken care of, because where you were, it's not like you weren't safe or you were exposed to these harsh elements, because you lived somewhere warm. Maybe even in an island, but you lived somewhere very warm. Ooh, we have the devil in the upright. So maybe you were a Capricorn. Yeah. But yeah, you were someone who gave into I just heard your attachments. Someone who gave into the things in which that you were addicted to. And this is where, so I just heard, you know, you may have overindulged in alcohol. So this is where this beggar energy came from. You were, you know, you were being bound down or held down by your physical attachments, the things that you were addicted to. That's what I'm getting with that. And then this could even be something that you deal with now. You know, maybe not harsh addictions like substances, but things that you feel, you know, maybe there's codependency now. Maybe some of you that's watching this could still be living at home. And I'm not saying like, you know, if you're 18 and you live at home, but you know, maybe you're 28, you're still living at home. Maybe you work a part-time job. And it's like, you know, your potential, you know, you can do more, but you're not. That's what I'm picking up with that. So you have a home essentially, but you don't have to pay for that home. And that's what you were in that last life, or not the last life, in a past life. And then we have, the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So I told you that I'm picking up on someone who may have had mental wellness things going on, or definitely attachments. And this could even be like for you right now, you know, maybe there's some depression that you're coming out of, or anxiety, or different wellness issues that you have battled with. And maybe this is what, you know, you feel that maybe stops you from thriving, or it takes you a little longer to get things done. I just heard ADHD for someone, or ADD, or even autism, high functioning for someone, you know. And I'm sensing more so of a fear of going out into the world, of how people will perceive you, or how people, or not wanting people to perceive you in a certain way, or knock you down. And that could have been what you dealt with then, and it could be what you're dealing with now, and what you've told yourself in agreeing to come back to this, you know, to the earth in this life, that this is what I'm going to conquer in the now. So I am picking up someone who's very triumphant still, you know, but just chose, you know, a life of not fully living out their fullest potential in the past, you know. And maybe this is the agreement that you've came into the earth again for, to break this cycle, go around, to fulfill everything that's meant for you in the now, and break everything, you know, that wasn't meant for you, or that you let go of in the past. All right, thank you, pile number 4, for your energy, for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section how you felt about this reading. And yeah, for all of you that are looking at this, if you'd like another reading from me in the future, a private reading, you know what to do. Check me out in the description box below, book a reading with me. Until next time, peace and blessings. Goodbye.